on France 24. Of course, this year, the world's focus is on what's happening in Gaza, both with the deaths of civilians and with the Israeli hostages being held. What is your stance on what's happening? Are you joining with the UN Secretary General in calling for an immediate ceasefire?
Absolutely. Amnesty International has been calling for a ceasefire for weeks. We're joining humanitarian organizations and many people around the world. There cannot be any justification for continuing to block a Security Council resolution on a ceasefire like the United States did on Friday. That was completely morally undefendable. And you just mentioned the UDHR, the international. We are celebrating the 75th anniversary this year of the UDHR. And of course, this is not a year for celebration. It's a year for reflection and for action. But the meaning of the UDHR, the meaning of never again, must be absolute and it must be universal. And right now, it's all over again. It's all over again. We are just made the witness, the actors of all over again. It's undefendable that the US should have used its veto on Friday. It's completely morally corrupt.
Yeah, you're mentioning this vote. We saw this all play out in the UN Security Council on Friday, and the US was arguing that it would give time for Hamas to regroup, a ceasefire would. What do you make of that argument?
You know, this is an argument that cannot be continued to be put forward. There are 18,000 people dead. 18,000, a third of them are children, for God's sake. So to dismantle one terror group, you're prepared to wipe out an entire population? Is this what we have learned over the last 75 years? Is this the meaning of the UDHR? Is this the meaning of never again? It cannot be. It cannot be. We've got to give the people of Gaza the space they need to recover, and it's going to take years. It's going to take years. And the situation right now goes way beyond dismantling, getting rid of this awful terror group, armed group that Hamas is. No one will want to protect Hamas, but it is way beyond who Hamas is at the moment. It's about protecting Palestinian people and indeed Israeli people. It's about building a world for both people. It's about looking for long-term solution. It did not begin on October 7, and it is not going to end 2 months later. We must take an historical standpoint and we must call on the international community to look for long-term solution.